Hey guys, I'm Dr. Jason Barker with the Natural Athletes Clinic, and today I'm going to explain to you how you can get rid of PMS and menstrual cramps. Now guys, hold on, don't go anywhere. I want you to watch this video because of course you know a woman who probably suffers from this. Watch the video and you can share these tips with her. Okay, so little physiology lesson. First of all, what happens at the end of the month that brings on all these symptoms? Well, a woman's estrogen and progesterone levels are at their lowest of the month, and it just brings on all this PMS, premenstrual syndrome, and if she has it extremely bad with a lot of mental emotional symptoms, anger, irritability, depression, sadness, we call that premenstrual dysphoric disorder, or PMDD. Also, what happens is your feel-good hormone serotonin is also at its lowest level at the end of the month. So this is what brings on all those crazy cravings that you get for chocolate and cookies and simple carbohydrates. In fact, in a lot of studies, it's been shown that women who suffer greatly from PMS will consume another 500 to 1,000 calories a day during the PMS period of purely simple carbohydrates. Okay, this goes without saying. This is going to throw your diet up in the air, and of course having severe PMS to where you're cramping and sitting at home and feeling all this yuck is a great way to ruin your couple of days of your month every month. So we want to fix that for you. So first order of business, how do you fix the cravings, is you can use something called 5-HTP, otherwise known as 5-hydroxytryptophan. This is a naturally derived amino acid complex, and it's a straight precursor to serotonin. So you can take 50 to 100 milligrams of 5-HTP in the second half of the month, so after ovulation or after about day 15 through the start of that next period, and that is going to get rid of and really diminish those cravings for you. So there's 5-HTP. Now, what do you do about cramps and the bloating and the kind of the water that gets held onto? Well, you can use vitamin B6 and magnesium. Now, if you watch enough of my videos, I'm always talking about that combination because it's an awesome way to get rid of muscle cramps. So of course it works for skeletal muscles, which we think of more often on the outside of your body, but B6 and magnesium will also relax smooth muscles, hence the uterus, which is essentially a giant muscle, and that's what contracts and causes all the cramps that you're feeling. So B6 is also great at raising prostaglandin levels, and prostaglandins are little anti-inflammatory chemicals that you make, and women who suffer from more PMS make less of these specific type of prostaglandins. So B6 can boost your prostaglandin levels. B6 is also, guess what, a precursor and a cofactor for the production of serotonin. So again, studies show ladies who just tend to run lower in B6 have worse PMS. So you want to supplement with some B6, about 100 milligrams a day. That magnesium, you can take about 250 milligrams twice a day. That'll get rid of the cramping for you, boost those prostaglandins, help you boost that serotonin level. Now, botanical medicines you can use. Probably the best studied botanical medicine for alleviating PMS symptoms is Vitex agnus castus, otherwise known as chaste berry. So chaste berry has been shown to stimulate luteinizing hormone, which comes out of your brain and tells your ovaries to do their job. So it helps the ovaries balance out the estrogen and progesterone, because essentially PMS is an imbalance between those two hormones. And so chaste tree berry will help balance out your estrogen and progesterone, alleviating the PMS symptoms. Now, another botanical extract that some women may need to use is something called Indolplex, or indol-3-carbinol, and sometimes it's also accompanied with something called DIM, or diindolmethane. And what these are chemicals that are derived from cruciferous vegetables, so things like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower. And what this chemical does is it helps dismantle and detox that estrogen out of your body, because one reason you're experiencing PMS is you've got too much estrogen floating around and not enough progesterone. So the indol-3-carbinol will help escort the estrogen out of your body in the liver. It gets spit into the colon, you go to the bathroom, and that's how you get rid of the estrogen in your body. So think about using that as well. And then the last thing that you can use is some bioidentical progesterone. So you can buy this stuff over the counter at a health food store. It's extremely safe. That's why it's available over the counter there. So again, you would want to use your progesterone in the second half or the latter half of the month during that luteal phase, as it's called. 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams, just a very, very small dose. And what that does will help float your progesterone levels, because one of the main causative factors with PMS and PMDD is that a lady's got maybe a little bit too much estrogen going on and not enough progesterone. So this is what we call estrogen dominant. So estrogen, as I explained in the clinic, it's kind of responsible for all the unpleasantries of being a woman: cramping, bloating, breast tenderness, moodiness, all that no fun stuff. And progesterone is actually your feel-good hormone. Progesterone makes you sleep nice, makes your skin nice, makes your hair nice, makes your mood relaxed, does a lot of good things to oppose the effects of estrogen. So using a little bit of progesterone will minimize that estrogen dominance, and that'll minimize those PMS symptoms. Now, I just gave you 6 different things you can use for your PMS. Which ones do you use? Well, some women will need to use 1 or 2 of these. Some women will need to use all of these. It all depends on your hormones and what's going on. So the last thing I'll say is that you need to work with a healthcare provider who is experienced and knowledgeable in hormone balance and also using natural medicines to help achieve some of that balance. So find somebody who's versed in natural medicine and functional medicine. Okay, so I hope these things helped. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. And of course, share it with your friends who suffer from PMS so that they can get rid of that and so that they can keep training and not have their diet thrown up in the air with all the cravings, and they can get on with their life and not be saddled or set aside by all these symptoms that they're having. And of course, please subscribe to our channel. We're making new stuff all the time.